telling people about it, explaining to people how this, conservative, right-wing, knuckle-dragging Republican governor became a spokesperson willing to go publicly talk about this plant medicine that literally the data is, I think the data is, you can't argue with the data. We'll talk about a clinical trial that they did out of Stanford this last year. But that's how I went from basically being a guy that wasn't even open to having a conversation about. In 2013, I got talked into talking to a mother who had a son who's an epileptic. And she said the only thing that we can give our son that's relieved him of this is THC. And I was against any of the use of marijuana, medical or otherwise, in 2013. That mother came and sat down to me. I looked at the data. I listened to her powerful story. And we passed in Texas medical use of THC for the cases of epilepsy. And that's my point with all of this, is that I'll never be for, I know, I may not agree on this. I'm not for the legalization of drugs. I love Rick Doblin. Rick and I have been on multiple stages together. A lot of the works that he did at MAPS is a big supporter of. And I tell him, I said, but I'm not going to get there on the legalization of drugs. I'm just not. And I don't want to get that confused with what we're doing here. This is medically diagnosed, medically dosed, having the proper medical people there, the treatment, the follow-up, all of that. And that's one of the reasons that I think that our government, and thank God, Donald Trump won. I'm very open about this, that Donald Trump won this election. He's putting people into place that are open to plant medicine being used for our veterans' mental health.